Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talk English Studio. I'm Amelia, and I'm excited to spend this time with you. In this podcast, we keep English learning simple and practical. Today's topic is why translating in your head slows you down and how to start thinking in English. If you often translate before speaking, you know it makes you slow and nervous. Don't worry. You are not alone. In this episode, I'll show you why this happens and share easy steps to help you think directly in English. Let's get started. Now, let's talk about a very common question. Why do we translate in our heads when we try to speak English? The answer is simple. We all grow up thinking in our first language. It is natural for our brain to use the language we know best. So when we learn English, our brain wants to connect new English words to the words in our own language. Here's an example. Imagine you want to say, I am hungry. But before you speak, you first think of that sentence in your own language. Then, you try to translate it word by word into English. Finally, you say it. The problem is, this process is slow. By the time you finish translating, the moment to speak may already be gone. And sometimes the translation is not correct because languages do not always match word by word. This can make you nervous. You might start worrying, did I use the right word? Did I make a mistake? And that worry can stop you from speaking at all. But here is an important tip. Try to notice how often you translate in your daily life. Just become aware of it. The first step to change is to see when it happens. For example, if you are speaking with a friend and you realize, oh, I'm translating again, don't get upset. Just notice it. When you start to see the pattern, you can slowly train yourself to think more directly in English. And that's what we are going to learn in the next part. Now that we know why we translate, let's talk about the problems it creates. The first problem is delays in speaking. When you translate in your head, you need extra time. You think in your language, you look for the English words, and then you speak. This makes your sentences slow, and sometimes the conversation moves on before you can say what you want. The second problem is a wrong word choice. Languages don't match perfectly. If you translate word by word, the meaning can change. For example, in your language, there might be one word, but in English, there are two different words. Or sometimes the order of words is not the same. That can make your sentence sound strange or confusing. The third problem is stress and fear of mistakes. When you are busy translating, you also start thinking, what if I say it wrong? What if people laugh? This fear makes you more nervous, and nervousness makes it even harder to speak. It's like a circle that never ends. Now let's do a quick exercise together. I will say some sentences in English, and you repeat them instantly. Don't translate, just repeat. Ready? I am learning English every day. Speaking English is fun. I don't need to be perfect to start. Great! If you repeated quickly, you just practice thinking directly in English. Even short exercises like this, just 1 minute a day, can help you a lot. In the next section, we will learn practical steps to actually think in English and make speaking easier. Now that we understand the problems with translating, let's talk about how to think directly in English. This is the real secret to speaking faster and with more confidence. I'll give you 4 simple steps that you can start using today. Step 1. Use simple words. Many learners think they need big, difficult words to sound fluent. That is not true. Even native speakers use simple words most of the time. Instead of worrying about complex vocabulary, focus on words you already know. For example, you don't need to say consume nourishment. Just say eat food. Simple is better and simple is faster. Step 2. Practice with objects around you. Look at things in your room or on your desk and name them in English. For example, say, this is a chair. This is my phone. That is a window. It feels very basic, but this trains your brain to connect directly to English words without going through your native language. Step 3. Speak short sentences in daily life. Instead of trying to make long, perfect sentences, start small. Say things like, I am hungry. I like tea. The weather is hot. Short sentences are powerful because they are easy to think of in English. Over time, you can make them longer and more detailed, but starting short builds your confidence. Step 4. Stop aiming for perfection. One of the biggest reasons people keep translating is because they are afraid of mistakes. But remember, mistakes are part of learning. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. If you wait until your English is perfect, you will never speak. So relax, accept small mistakes, and keep talking. Now, let's do a mini practice together. Look around your room right now. Choose 1 or 2 objects and describe them in English. For example, I might say, this is a chair. It is brown. It is next to the table. Simple, right? Now, you try with something in your room. Maybe your bed, your bag, or your window. Use short sentences. This is my bed. It is soft. I like it. Great job. Every time you do this, your brain gets a little stronger at thinking in English directly. If you practice 1 minute a day, you will see real progress in a few weeks. In the next section, I'll share more practical techniques that you can use every day to stop translating and speak English more naturally. Now, let's get even more practical. I want to share some techniques you can use every day to stop translating and start speaking English more naturally. These are simple habits that will make a big difference if you practice them regularly. The first technique is listen more to English. The more you hear English, the more natural it becomes in your mind. Try listening to music, podcasts, or watching movies in English. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just let the sound of English enter your brain. Over time, you will begin to understand more and more without translating. The second technique is called shadowing. This means listening to a native speaker and repeating after them immediately, almost like an echo. For example, play a short video or audio clip in English. When the speaker says, "How are you today?" you repeat, "How are you today?" right after them. You don't have to be perfect. Just try to copy the rhythm and sound. This trains your brain and your mouth to work together in English. The third technique is thinking in English about your daily life. When you wake up, try to describe what you are doing in simple sentences. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I drink tea. Later in the day, you can add more. I am walking to the bus. I am talking to my friend. These short sentences help you practice English in real life without needing to translate. The fourth technique is to use an English-English dictionary. Many learners use bilingual dictionaries, but this keeps you stuck in translation. Instead, try using a dictionary that explains English words in English. For example, if you look up the word apple, the dictionary might say, a round fruit that is usually red, green, or yellow, and has a firm white inside. This way, you connect the word directly to the meaning, not to your native language. The fifth technique is role play. Let's try it now. Imagine you are meeting someone for the first time. I will ask a question and you answer in English. Don't translate, just speak. Hello, what's your name? Good. Where are you from? Excellent. What do you like to do in your free time? Perfect. By practicing like this, even alone in your room, you train yourself to answer quickly in English without thinking in your native language first. So, to review, listen more, try shadowing, think in English during your day, use an English dictionary, and do role play exercises. These simple techniques, if you practice them every day, will help you stop translating and start speaking naturally. In the next part, I'll give you a short daily challenge you can follow to make these techniques part of your routine. Now that we've learned the techniques to stop translating, it's time for a daily challenge. This is a simple 7-day plan you can follow to make thinking in English a habit. First, speak to yourself in English for just 2 minutes every day. It can be in the morning, while cooking, or before bed. Say anything. I am brushing my teeth. I am eating breakfast. I am ready for the day. Don't worry about mistakes. The goal is to practice thinking and speaking in English. Second, replace 5 words in your native language with English words. For example, instead of saying chai or tea in your own language, always say tea in English. Over time, your brain will start connecting ideas directly to English words, not your native language. Third, listen to one short English video without subtitles every day. It can be a YouTube clip, a TikTok, or a short podcast episode. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. The goal is to train your ears and get used to English naturally. If you follow this 7-day challenge, even just a few minutes each day, you will notice that translating in your head becomes less automatic. Speaking will start to feel faster and more natural, and your confidence will grow. Remember, the key is consistency. Small steps every day lead to big improvements. So start today and see how your English improves in just 1 week. We've come to the end of today's episode, so let's quickly review the key points. We talked about why translating in your head can slow you down, the problems it creates, and the practical steps you can take to think directly in English. We also practiced describing things, doing short role plays, and I gave you a 7-day challenge to make English a daily habit. Remember, mistakes are a natural part of learning. Every time you speak, even if it's not perfect, you are improving. Don't let fear of mistakes stop you from speaking. The most important thing is practice every day. Even small steps, like speaking for 2 minutes, replacing a few words with English, or listening to a short video, will make a big difference over time. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to Talk English Studio, like this episode, and share it with your friends. Your support helps us create more useful content for learners like you.